Hello, everyone. Welcome to another one-on-one live session with Mojatu. Today, we are going to dive into the power of mentorship and how it transforms lives. And I'm joined by Monique, who is one of our mentors and also a sponsor to Mojatu. And we also have Angie, who has been a mentee in the program. Both of them have been having the longest sessions, mentorship sessions. So we are very excited today to learn from them, from their journey, their experiences, and to get to know how the mentorship sessions have been for them. So maybe as we begin, Monique, you can tell us how you got to know Mojatu and what inspired you to become a mentor.
Oh, thank you, Maria. It's good to be here and good to see Angie again as well. I found out about Mojatu through their founder, Kathy. I actually have been part of Mojatu since kind of the beginning, just being involved in volunteering. And early on, I had taken a trip, one of the Mojatu trips, and I had met several of the students and became a sponsor early on. So it's an organization that I really believe in, that I've seen grow in like astronomical ways, and the outreach and the different programs. It's been amazing to see. So I think I became a mentor about maybe 3 years ago or so. And yeah, it's just an organization, like I said, that I love volunteering with. I've learned so much myself, but I continue to want to be involved. It's great to see the transformation of lives, not only for the Mojatu students, but also for myself and, other sponsors and mentors.
Yeah, and maybe Angie, you could share a little bit about your journey with Mojatu and what maybe made you to join the mentorship program.
Yeah, so my name is Angie. I recently just graduated. And honestly, joining mentorship has been the best step I ever made. The journey with me and Monique has really grown, and we've learned, I have learned so much. I have been impacted. Yeah, and I'm excited to share all the insights.
Yeah, and for both of you, what would you say? How has mentorship maybe changed your perspective on personal growth and also on maybe success?
Andy, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So, being in mentorship has taught me a very important lesson that having a mentor will go along the way to your chances and of success. So, having someone you can talk to and be guided, that is really something to take advantage of.
And I think for me, I love the time that I get to spend with the students and getting to know them, and and realizing too that it reminds me of when I was going through that time of my life, and it kind of brings me back to that point where it's like, okay, this is, I remember going through university, or I remember going through that period of my life, and so for me, it's been not just nostalgic, but also it's an opportunity for me to provide, maybe some words of wisdom or some guidance that might help, that student through that, that time frame. But I've also just really enjoyed, getting to know the students. They're all amazing and they're doing really great things. And so for me, I think I've learned more, I've learned a lot for myself as far as, just this journey, of mentorship. So it's rewarding in both ways, I think, for me.
Yeah, and I would also say, because I help with coordinating the course, even me myself have learned a lot from the sessions that I normally help the mentors and mentees. Have learned a lot maybe on emotional support, how to manage my time. So I would say also for us, it's also a learning opportunity. And also may be like a product of the mentorship, because I've also done mentorship when I was a student in Moja 2. And I would really say the skills we get there, the support we get there, it goes a long way in changing someone's life. And we really appreciate the work that our mentors do with the students in Moja 2. Maybe for Monique, because I know as a mentor, there are challenges that you get to face when you're mentoring some of the students. How would you say, because right now you have told us that you have been in the mentorship for 3 years, how have you learned maybe to tackle the challenges?
I think it's a unique opportunity because everything is online, right? I'm based in Texas, and the students are based in Kenya. So I think, the first semester that I mentored, it's really about how you can connect with that student early on. And, I spent a lot of my career online. So that's something that, it's a hybrid world now. So, but also just not really having like a set plan per se, but understanding that every student is unique. And then you have to find a way to connect with them because there's different personalities, right? They're all on like a similar journey as far as, school is concerned, but they may be an introvert or an extrovert. They may have different other challenges impacting them at the time, outside of school. So my approach really, and what I've learned is just to try to connect with them the first few sessions, learn about them, let them learn about me. And, I often open up, myself, if you want to call it vulnerability, of, maybe some things that I have, encountered when I was their age. And I think that connection really helps, with that bond and that trust and that relationship early on, so that, they do start opening up a little bit more about maybe some of the, challenges that they're facing, or they realize maybe, maybe I didn't think I had issues with maybe time management, or maybe I was, struggling, in this other area. And so it does give an opportunity to explore, a couple different, avenues, I guess, during that semester. So that's kind of, what I've learned each semester is just really trying to set a good foundation and get to know the students and let them get to know me, before we, work on anything together.
Yeah, and for you, also, because you have been in mentorship for a long time, and right now you are working, how would you say that mentorship has helped you transition to the workplace?
Yeah, Angie, go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Oh no, so go ahead.
Angie, you can tell us.
Okay, so yes, this is actually the best part of all this. My current job and everything, all this originated from a simple, uh, let's say, I wouldn't call it plan per se, but a thought, and having the big thought nurturing me, everything. So everything right now is, I'd say, a result of the mentorship. Mentorship gave me this opportunity, and right now I am working. All thanks to all this. This is where it started. Yeah.
Yeah, we are really happy to hear that. And for you, Monique, what would you say is like the rewarding part of being like a mentor?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What would you say is like the rewarding part of being a mentor?
I think it's just for me, it's probably, it helps ground me more. I mean, we get so caught up in kind of your day to day and, other, outside factors, our jobs, families, all these other things. I think for me, it's the rewarding part is just, I look forward to the time I spend with the students each week. And I find myself like talking about, the opportunity, my students with friends, and I kind of keep them updated sometimes, what's going on. And so I think the rewarding part is just that it kind of brings me back to that grounding place of like, you know what, like, I'm able to spend time, with the student and help them. And on the flip side, I think, they're helping me, it's more of a realization of like the impact that you can make, with someone. And also that it's really neat that I'm based here, in Texas, and I'm, talking to a student up in Kenya, out in Kenya. And, we both kind of have our own, lives that are going on, but at the same time, we can make that connection. And I think that connection is really important, from a perspective, you get a different perspective on life, I think. And so for me, that's all of those factors kind of have helped, shape me. And also it's why I keep coming back every semester too.
Wow, nice. For you, Angie, what would you say is the rewarding part?
Yeah, so for me, the rewarding part is everything you learn in the process, the skills, the virtues. I used to struggle so much with time management, accountability, and right now is something I wouldn't say I have seamlessly achieved yet, but I am at a better place. So the most rewarding part is you get to see two different versions of yourself, at least according to me. When we started mentorship and right now. So it's the growth and the impact and the lessons I learned over time.
Yeah. And for me, I would also agree with Monique. For me, it's the connection that I see them, the mentors and mentees being able to make. Like seeing them even after the sessions are done or the quarter is done, they still continue to be in touch with each other. Like that connection is really amazing. And also to see like the goals they had set when they began the mentorship sessions, they have been able to achieve them. Seeing some of the students becoming confident, and like that is the most rewarding part for me. Monique, maybe what would you say to someone maybe who wants to become a mentor, but maybe they are afraid, they don't know where to start because this is something new to them, especially because maybe they're in the US and the students are here in Kenya. What would you tell them?
Well, aside from just doing it, just jump in. I would say, I know, just reach out to Moja too, and they can probably connect you with maybe a current mentor. And I personally would be happy to talk to anybody that's considering it, and give them my, my perspective on it. But I think that it's a wonderful opportunity to help, and to help shape, a young, vibrant mind, that's a student out there. And I think, like we've talked about, on the flip side, that connection you make also changes you too, as a person. And so I think it's a very rewarding program. I think that Moja 2 does a really great job of providing, guidance around the mentorship. So I think anybody that's considering it, if you're on the fence, for so to speak, reach out and have, let someone talk to you about it a little bit, more.
Yeah, and we can be able to provide you with more details about the program, and you can be able also to shadow a few calls so that you can be confident when you start the session.
Yeah, I've had a few folks shadow my calls before. And like what you said earlier, Maria, is like, I know after Angie and our sessions ended, we've kept in contact a little bit, and it was so great to hear all the updates from her. So it's definitely just a great opportunity to connect with someone. So yeah, I would recommend anybody that's considering it to definitely become a mentor.
Yeah. And maybe for you, Angie, we had some of the students and they're like, do I really want to join the program? How will I benefit? Maybe you can share from your experience so that they can be able to join. We can't hear you, Angie.
So, so
Yeah.
for the students, I would advise them to not think about it a lot. Just like consider mentorship with them, like connecting with a friend, and not underestimate the value mentorship can bring. I am a good example of it. So they should really sign up for mentorship. It's going to change and impact their lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And for the mentorship, we normally offer it to the university students. So especially like the first years when they are transitioning to school, the 4th years when now they are maybe transitioning to the work job, and also we get to offer maybe the emotional support. It's something that I've seen having a lot of impact, especially on our students, because we'll find someone maybe was struggling with maybe self-confidence, but when they come out of that session or maybe the whole quarter, you get to see them becoming a different person in a good way. They become more confident. They are able to express their ideas. Also, public speaking, most of them get to be able to speak well and also to become leaders. So we really appreciate the work that our mentors do, and we encourage more people to join. And I hope that you have learned something about our program. And if you want to learn more, you can email us at info@mojatu.org to learn more. And I really want to thank Monique and Nanji for sharing the experience, their journeys. And maybe as we conclude, maybe Monique, what would be a parting shot to our viewers?
Just I reach out and learn more about Moja too and the program. It's definitely transforming lives, not only with the students but with the mentors and sponsors as well. So wonderful organization, and I definitely encourage you to reach out.
Yeah, Angie, do you have something to say before we conclude?
I'll just amplify what Monique said. Just do it.
Yeah.
Join the mentorship, join everything. Yeah, it's going to be helpful.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you get to learn something. And if you have more questions, kindly remember to reach out to us. See you on the next session. Bye.
Bye.